Hello, Rob McNeilly here again, and welcome to day 12 of our free 4-week program, Connecting with Solutions in Hypnosis. So, today we're going to explore this very important next step in the process of helping people connect with their solutions in hypnosis. So, we've seen how when we ask someone to get into an experience of doing something they like, get them to focus, get absorbed and comment about it. Here we have the ingredients for a hypnotic experience. Not only that, it's one full of resources. And since we've previously explored with each client just what it is that's missing for them, that if they had it, they would be able to resolve their issue, have a solution. So we know what we're looking for, we know where to look for it, and then we saw how if we get someone into the experience of what they like, ask them to look for what's missing, they can find it, and then to ask them to sit in it, to learn it, to get acquainted with it, to get more familiar with it. Then the next step is to find a way of bringing the experience that's present in their likes to the problem area where this experience is missing, which is why it's a problem. And I'm going to offer 3 different ways of assisting this process of connecting. The first I'm going to explore today is for us to simply say, this is the same as that. To simply say that simply to say that the experience that they like doing is the same as the problem. This might sound a little strange. I'll give an example in a minute. And then tomorrow we'll have a look at another way of inviting this connection, which is to ask the client, how is what you are experiencing in your likes relevant to resolving your issue? And the third way that we'll explore on the following day is to bring in the idea, the experience of learning. You learned to do what you did so that you can like what you like, so you can use that same learning. And so today we're going to explore this rather strange and at first sight perhaps even seemingly psychotic idea of saying the experience that you like doing is the same as the problem. Now let me give you an example. There was a man who said that he liked riding horses, and that what he liked about riding a horse was that he felt it somehow at one with the horse. He was connected with the horse, and he and the horse were a unit, and it was just wonderful. He thought that connection was great. And the problem that he had was that he was very anxious about flying in an aeroplane. And the reason that this was a problem to him was that he had some important travelling to do with his work, and this was limiting his enjoyment. He'd get there exhausted from the flight and not be so available to do the work. Okay. So what was missing for this man was finding a way of being in a plane in a way that he could trust. He felt that the plane was untrustworthy. He didn't trust the whole process. So for him, what was missing was a feeling of trust. So in the hypnotic experience, the invitation was, let's go for a horse ride. Of course, that was pretty agreeable to him. So in the hypnotic experience, he's on his horse, he's riding his horse, he's connected with the horse, and it was just a matter of asking him to notice what it was like riding his horse, to have the experience of trusting the horse. And it was very familiar to him. It was very easy for him to make that connection. And then by asking him to just stay in the experience of trusting the horse and noticing how it is for him to have the experience of trusting, in this case, the horse. And then I was able to say, riding a horse is like riding in an aeroplane. And after a moment of very apparent confusion, he seemed to settle into that and looked quite pleased. And to just give a final summary of the outcome of that, he had a very nice time riding in an aeroplane, finding he could take the trusting that he had with the horse into the experience of flying in a plane. I'm just giving that as an example. So here's the exercise for today. The exercise is, when you found what the missing resource is for a client, you get them into the experience, the hypnotic experience of being in the doing or the being of their likes. Get them to find what's missing, get them to learn it, get familiar with it, and then simply say, the experience that you're having, that you like having, is the same as the area of the problem. So just make that statement, make that connection, and see what happens. Some people will feel a sense of relief, a huge relief sometimes. And of course, some people will say, ooh, what? So I'm not saying this is a guaranteed way of making the connection, but this is the first of the three that we're going to play with. So have a try, see what happens when you make that statement, make that connection for the client, and see what their reaction is. So that's the exercise. So see what happens. Leave a comment below or send me an email privately. Thanks.